Yo, what's going on? I am True Spirit 99 here hollering at you. Give me a little quick video, man. I ain't gonna hold you too long. Just kind of wanted to get into some of the energies that's going on out here, man. I think we all aware of what's been going on in the music world. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna really get into that. You know what I'm saying? What can I say about it that hasn't already been said? You feel me? But what I will say, we're gonna jump right into it, man. So what I will say, it is a microcosm of the macrocosm of what's going on cosmically. Really, we're at war, and as a spiritual being, you already know that we've been at war. That ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? And it's playing out. Part of the way that it's playing out is through this technology we call hip hop. So I get more into that on my Instagram. So, you know, I've been on Instagram longer than I've been on YouTube. You know, it's just where I do a lot of different kind of stuff than I do here. So if you're interested in that, it's the same handle. I am True Spirit 99. Go to Instagram. You can see whatever else I got out there. You know what I'm saying? Especially referring to just, you know, all this shit that we got going on. But today I really wasn't going to get into that. What I want to talk about is meditation and war and how it can really help you, man. So kind of jumping right into it. If you are, I guess what we will call a expert meditator, you know what I'm saying? You can get to your zone. You can get into your alpha space or whatever. You're familiar with it. What I'm encouraging you to do at this time is, get to your place in your meditations. Get to your place that's before your trauma. You know what I'm saying? I want you to really think about that. I want you to get in your zone and go to a place in your life through your meditation that's before your trauma. So I don't know if you cats have ever seen Butterfly Effect and how he was basically time traveling every time he kind of wrote in that book or whatever. It's similar like that with your meditations. You know what I'm saying? When you're in your meditation, you know, you can go to different parts of your life, you know what I'm saying, and truly just rearrange it. You know what I'm saying? Give your younger self the love that you need in order to change the energy within that memory when you're in your meditation. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all following me there. So other teachers have spoke about that, you feel what I'm saying? But that's a great way to do shadow work. So all that being said, that you guys that have been doing that work, especially the last 4 years since 2020 and beforehand, if you can go to a space that's prior to trauma, that it will be your new safe space. You feel me? Now, some people even speak about having trauma in the womb. You know what I'm saying? And you know, some people say they can remember back that far. That's cool. You know what I mean? So we've been experiencing trauma ever since, you know, we incarnated on this plane. So if you can remember back to the womb, you know what I'm saying, and the trauma that you was receiving from your mother, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Majority of people cannot. You feel me? So what I'm asking you to do is go to a time before your trauma, and that's your new safe space. And when you're in that space, you're going to get a lot of work done. You're going to be able to see this war playing out without you having to be a part of it. It's almost going to be a place where you can get, you know, the instructions from for your personal mission, your personal soul mission to do what it is that you got to do moving forward. You know what I'm saying? We just came out of Aries energy with the retrograde, the eclipse, all that. You know what I mean? And, you know, the war that's been going on forever, but it's really starting now and it's really coming down to the masses. So, like I said, for you expert meditators, man, that really know how to get in your zone, I'm encouraging you to go to the time before trauma, before your first trauma. That's your safe space. Sit back and watch the gifts that you have, because we all have an individual gift. Watch them heighten. You feel me? Watch them heighten. Watch how you're able to kind of sit back and see everything playing out. It's a very powerful space, man. You know, for spiritual beings, very powerful space. It's gonna be real dope. You know what I'm saying? Try it. Let me know. Takes a lot of It takes a lot of previous shadow work to go to before your first trauma. You feel what I'm saying? But please try it. Number 2, for you guys who are not expert meditators, and that's fine. There's no right way to meditate. You can do it laying down, you can do it sitting up, you can do it with music, without, whatever. Do your thing. Like I said, I don't claim to be an expert on meditation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no goddamn yogi out here. You feel me? But if you're not an expert, that's okay. I want you to start really tackling those traumas if you haven't started already. To the people who are not expert meditators. If you are not an expert meditator, get to a place where you can start tackling your trauma, man. Really tackle it. And remember the movie I just mentioned, Butterfly Effect. When you go back to a space, let's just say your mom whooped you when you was 10 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? She put a belt on your ass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You need to go back to that moment. You need to truly recreate that moment in your mind, the room, you know, the smell, the time of day, all of that good shit. You know what I'm saying? The pain that you felt physically and emotionally. You know what I'm saying? You go back there to that time period, and as yourself now, give that younger self love, real love. Don't just say, "Oh, you'll be all right, nigga. It's all right." Don't do that. You know, we ain't doing pep talks. Give yourself true love. Change the dynamic of that event in time in your life. You can't change what happened, but you can change how you felt about what happened. You feel me? Try that. You know what I'm saying? It sounds complicated. It's not easy to do, but you really have to. You can get there. You can start changing events similar to the movie Butterfly Effect. The master teacher, Brother Panic, talked about this as well. You know what I'm saying? I think he talked about like 2020. You know what I'm saying? Really went in on that. And I was like, holy shit, that's off the chain. You know what I'm saying? But that is a great way to do your shadow work. And you can do this throughout your life through meditation. You know what I'm saying? You can go back in time, in your life, in your mind. You feel what I'm saying? Remembering all the fucked up shit that happened to you. And going back to that event, you have to relive that event. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to, you know, put yourself back in those shoes. Remember the room, remember the smell, remember the time. You know what I'm saying? Remember the pain. And you're gonna have to address that from your current state of mind to your younger self. You see what I'm saying? And you start to change how you feel by giving your younger self the love that he or she needed at that time. You know, you stop the judgment of self. You know what I'm saying? You stop the lack of self-love, and you come back and you speak to yourself with the highest form of love and grace. And you start to change your feeling about that time. And you can do this at various times in your life, you know, through your memory, through meditation. So if you're not an expert meditator, if you have not been getting your shadow work done, this is a way that you can get it done. I did this myself. I can vouch for it. I'm not going to tell you to do some shit that I didn't do. You feel me? I did it. That shit was amazing. It was very hard. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they say the healing hurts worse than the wound. That shit sucked. I'm not going to lie to you. You know what I mean? But when I was able to kind of go back in my mind and clean up some of those areas in which I was still traumatized, you know what I'm saying? It was like a weight lifted off my shoulder, man. That shit felt so good, felt different, you feel me? And, you know, one thing I'm about is giving everybody back their baggage, you know what I'm saying? Y'all remember the Bag Lady song, like, I don't hold nobody bags, you know what I'm saying? Whether my parents, my homies, you know, exes or whoever, you know what I'm saying? Whoever handed you their bags, I'm giving them shits back, you feel me? So I encourage you, if you're not an expert meditator, try some of these things which I'm speaking about. Go back and clean up that trauma, clean up those shadows. through meditation. You feel what I'm saying? Um, clean up those shadows, man. You'll start to feel better. Because, like I said, we're at war. I mean, we know it. I mean, it's really obvious, but it's coming out for the masses now. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully that tracks, man. You know what I mean? Any type of questions, I try to, answer my comments and stuff. You feel me? But if you're not an expert meditator, go back and start cleaning up your trauma through meditation.